Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. So in this video, we are looking into syllogisms, which is also known as deductions for IBPSRRBPO and Clerk prelims exam. And before we go to the questions, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Time for Bank SSCCGLE. Okay, and do not forget to hit the bell icon for all the videos that we upload in our channel. Okay, now coming to the directions, he says in each question some statements are followed by two conclusions numbered 1 and 2. Consider the given statements to be true even if they seem to be at variance with commonly known facts and decide which of the conclusions logically follows from the given statements disregarding the commonly known facts, and then mark your answer as you have some common options given here. Okay, right. So only 1, only 2, either 1 or 2, neither 1 or 2, and both 1 and 2. Okay, so let's look into this. Yeah, so we have the statements, we have the conclusions. So now let's draw the combined diagram for the statements. So the statements that we have, all cats are goats. Okay, so we have all the cats are goats, then only a few cats are dogs. Okay, only a few cats are dogs. So this is only few. That means there should be some cats that are never inside dogs. That is how you have to make an indication, so that what is it that you have drawn can be easily recognized only with the diagram. You again don't have to go back to the statements. So make some indication so that what is it that you have drawn is easily understood. So only a few cats are dogs, this is how. So there should be some cats that should never be inside dogs, correct? And then all rats are dogs. So all the rats are dogs. So this is going to be my combined diagram. Now when you look at the conclusions, first one says some dogs are goats. Tell me, are some dogs goats here? Yes. See, there is an overlap happening between, see, this is the region where you have some dogs are goats. So it is a positive conclusion that satisfies your diagram. So we say it follows. And then some cats are not rats. Now that is a negative conclusion, correct? So some cats are not rats. So negative conclusion is a yes in the basic diagram. Now if that is a yes in the basic diagram, we are allowed to go to the alternate diagram and take the complementary pair. And what's the complementary pair for some cats are not rats? All cats are rats, correct? Now here this is where you have to visualize. What do you have to visualize? What happens if I take all the cats inside rats? What will happen? All the cats, if I put inside rats, since rats are already inside dogs, what will I get? I will get all the cats will also go inside dogs. See, if I take all the cats inside rats, now you have all the rats inside dogs. So basically what is happening here? All the cats are moving inside dogs. But look at this particular indication that I have made. What is this indication tells you? That indication tells you that there should be some cats never inside dogs because of this information that we have. See, what was this particular information that we had here? Only a few cats are dogs. But what is happening here? All the cats are moving inside dogs, which is not allowed. So this indication, whatever it is there, that will help you visualize whether can I put the circle inside or not. Understanding the point? Now, can I do that? No, you can't do that. That means the complementary pair fails. That means the given negative continues to be a yes there also. And that is why you say conclusion 2 also follows. And that is why now we can say both follows. Both 1 and 2 follows, and that is option 5 you have to give as the answer. So that indication helps you analyze whether it is possible or not. Okay, so please do those, these will help, these indications, these additional things will help you analyze your answers better. Okay, yeah. So both follow. Okay, then, okay, next one. Next we have is only a few paints are colors. See, a few is also some, so it is only some. So only some paints are colors. Okay, so let's take that. We have the combined basic diagram. Only some paints are colors, like this. That means there should be some paints that should never be inside colors. Only some paints are colors. So some paint should never be inside colors. Then we have all colors are interiors and no interior is a design. So we have all the colors are interiors and no interior is a design. See, this again is a indication that we make here. No. So when he says no, that means the boundary of interior and the boundary of design should never overlap with each other. That is what is meant by no. Okay, so this is how you get your combined basic diagram. Now coming to the conclusions. The first one we have is some interiors are paints. Check. Are some interiors paints here? Yeah, definitely. See here, there is some overlap happening between I and P. Some interiors are paints. So it is a positive conclusion. Satisfies your basic diagram. So it follows. Now let's look at the second one. Some colors being designs is a possibility. So because he says possibility, let us check. Some colors being designs. Now check. Now what will happen if I try to overlap the C circle, okay, like this. I am just trying to overlap the C circle with the D circle. Means some colors being designs is a possibility. Can it happen? No, it cannot. See, because if I have to overlap the D circle with the C circle, it should also overlap with the I circle. But D and I should never overlap, mainly because of this. See, no, interior is a design. So these indications will definitely help you in visualizing better. So that means this can never happen. So because he says it is possible and I have proved that it is not possible, you can clearly say 2 does not follow. So my answer is only 1 follows, and that is available in the first option. Only 1. Okay. Right. The next. Okay. So let's see, we have only a few shares are stocks. Okay. Let's see that. We have the combined basic diagram. Only a few shares are stocks. Okay. So like this. So there should be some shares that are never stocks. Only a few shares are stocks. Then all shares are prices. All the shares are prices, like this. So this is going to be my combined basic diagram. Correct? Now when you look at the conclusions, first one says no price is a stock. So how do you draw no price is a stock? Price should be separate circle, stock should be separate circle. No overlap between the two. But what is happening here? The P circle and the ST circle, that is the stock circle, are already overlapping with each other. So it is a negative conclusion which fails your basic diagram. So straight away you can say it does not follow. You don't have to go to the alternate diagram and take a complementary pair. The complementary pair comes into the picture only when it satisfies your basic diagram, a negative conclusion, but otherwise it will never. Okay. Then what about the second one? The second one says some prices are stocks. Check here. Correct. See, these are some of my prices that are already overlapping with stocks. Some prices are stocks, definitely satisfies. It is a positive conclusion, satisfies your basic diagram, follows. So my answer becomes only 2 follows, which is option 2 we choose. Okay. Then, right, next we have some keyboards or mouses. Okay, let's draw that combined basic diagram. Some keyboards or mouses. Okay, then no monitor is a keyboard. So this is mouse. No monitor is a keyboard. So monitor and keyboard should never overlap with each other. So that's the combined basic diagram. Now let's look at the conclusions. First one says some mouse can be monitors. He says some mouse can be monitors. Definitely, see, because if I take the monitor circle like this, what is my original relation? Monitor and keyboard should be separate. They still are separate circles. There is no overlap. So some mouse can be monitors definitely is a valid answer. First one is a possibility and I have proved that it is possible. So it follows. Understanding the point? Okay. Now let's look at the second one. The second one says no monitor is a mouse. Correct. Monitor is separate, mouse is separate, no monitor is a mouse. So we have a negative conclusion, that is a yes in the basic diagram. So now you are to take the alternate diagram and go for the complementary. And what's the complementary pair that you get? It is some. So for no monitor is a mouse, some monitor are mouse. But that we have already checked in the earlier conclusion. Some mouse or monitor is same as some monitor or mouse. Am I able to have an overlap between monitor and mouse? Perfectly, without a problem. It is already proved in the first conclusion case. So again, you don't have to do that. So I can clearly say the complementary pair satisfies. That means the given negative here will not satisfy. So a conclusion fails in one of the representations. So it can never be your answer. Understanding the point? Okay. So that is why we can say here it as only one follows. And that's available in the first option. Okay. So that's how we work on that. Then, right. Now here we have only a few plates are pots. Okay. So let's take that, a combined basic diagram. Only a few plates are pots. So that means there should be some plates that should never be inside pots. Only a few plates are pots. Then some glasses are plates. Okay. Some glasses are plates like this. And then we have all jars are pots. Okay. So it says all jars are pots. Like this. The complete J circle should be inside pots. All jars are pots. So this is going to be my combined basic diagram for the given statements. Now let's come to the conclusions. The first one says no jar is a glass. Check here. Jar is separate, glass is separate, no jar is a glass. So first one is a negative conclusion, that is a yes in the basic diagram. That means now I am allowed to go to the alternate diagram and take the complementary. And what's the complementary pair for no jar is a glass? It is some jars are glass. Now we need to check, is it possible to have an overlap of jar and glass? Now my original relation is glass and plate is already happening. Now check here, can I take the G circle, maintain the overlap that it has with the P circle here, because that is my original relation. With that, is it possible to have an overlap with the J circle also? Yes, because there is no relation between glass and pot in my original statements. The only relation that I have between glass and plate, that is given here. There is no other glass happening anywhere in my statements. So in the alternate diagram, I will be able to move it as long as I am able to maintain my original relation. That is how you have to visualize. Look at the diagram of the combined basic diagram and check what are my restrictions. Are there any restrictions? Okay, since there are no negative statements here for me, there are no restrictions that I can look for, except for, the complete plate should never be inside pot. That is the only restriction. So basically, I am able to satisfy. So what is happening here? The complementary pair is a yes. That means the given negative will never satisfy. So 1 does not follow because I have considered its complementary. Correct? Now look at the second one. All plates being jars is a possibility. All the plates being jars. Now check here. If I take the complete plate, that is PL, and put it inside a jar. Now jar is already inside pot. So that means plate will also go inside pot. But what is it that I have here? Complete plate cannot go inside pot. So all the plates inside jars, is it possible? No, it is not. So that is what you need to understand. So here, check this. If I take all the plates inside jars, now jars are already inside pots. So I am getting all the plates inside pots, which is not possible because of this. Only a few plates are pots. I cannot have the complete plates inside pots. That is not allowing me to do that. So that indication helps always. Understood the point? Okay. So based on this, I can now clearly say that conclusion 2 also fails. It is a possibility and I have proved that it is not possible. Sometimes what he says is all plates being jars is not a possibility. He himself will say is not a possibility, and we know that it is not possible. Then you should say conclusion 2 follows. Please be careful. Now since he says it is possible, we know it is not possible. That's why you say it does not follow. So my answer for this is going to be neither 1 nor 2. So it is option 4 we give. Neither 1 nor 2. Understood that? Okay. Right. Then, coming to the next, he says in each question, some statements are followed by 2 conclusions numbered 1 and 2. Consider the statements to be true, and even if they seem to be at variance with commonly known facts, and decide which of the conclusions logically follows. Now, here we have 2 statements, 2 conclusions. Okay. So let's look into this, and you have options given with respect to each question. Okay. So let's take the combined basic diagram, or let me draw it in the next page. Okay. So let's see what do we have. All buildings are tall. Okay. So all the buildings should be inside tall. Complete B is inside T. Then only a few tall are wheel. Okay. Only a few tall are wheel, like this. So there should be some tall, never inside a wheel. Only a few tall are wheel, like this. Okay. Now coming to the conclusions. First one says some building are wheel. Tell me, is there any overlap between B and W? No. So it is a positive conclusion, okay, which does not satisfy. So does not follow directly. Okay. Then next, second one says some building are not wheel. Okay. So the second one, which is negative, okay, in the basic diagram, see these are some of my building which are not inside wheel. So we need to first recognize whether the conclusion is available in my basic diagram or not. You need to learn to recognize that. When he says some building are not wheel, check, take some part of the building and see if it is not inside wheel. Yes. That means it is a negative conclusion, that is yes in the basic. So I am allowed to go to the alternate diagram and take a complementary pair. And the complementary pair we have is all. Some building are not wheel is all building are wheel. So now we need to check, can I take all the building inside wheel? Okay. Now look at this. Now this is my wheel circle. So is it possible to have all the building inside wheel? Yes, because see, you already have a common region between tall and wheel, correct? So the complete B inside that common region is definitely possible. Why? Because see, still I am able to maintain some part of the tall is not inside wheel. Are you understanding the point? Okay. So because you already have some common region between tall and wheel, this B can be put inside that common region. Don't go by the size of the circle. This B can be pushed inside that common region. And that is what I have done here. I have just taken the wheel circle so that my some tall are still not inside wheel. Are you understanding this? Okay. So what is happening here? The complementary pair is a yes. That means the given negative fails. So 2 also is not going to be your answer. So basically it is neither 1 nor 2. Fifth option. Understood that? Okay. Yeah. So let me slightly change this. So this particular thing is still not inside wheel, because that is what I have here, correct? Only a few tall are wheel. So there should be some tall that is still not inside wheel. So I am able to still satisfy there is some tall, because see, this is my boundary of the wheel circle that I have, and I am still able to maintain that. Are you following that? Okay. So that's why I am able to satisfy the complementary pair, so the negative does not follow. That's it. Okay. So that is why we will get our answer as neither 1 nor 2. Then, yes, next we have is only a few frocks are black. Okay. So let's take that, a combined basic diagram. Only a few frocks are black. So there should be some frocks never inside the black region. And then some black are dream. Some black are dream. So this is my combined basic diagram, right? Now coming to the conclusions, we have all black are frock. Tell me, are all the black inside frock? No. So it is a positive conclusion that fails. So it is never your answer. Okay. Then second one, no dream is black. Now look at the second one. He says, no dream is black. No, because the dream and black, they are already overlapping with each other. No dream is black means a dream should be separate, black should be separate. No dream is black never happens. So it is a negative conclusion, but it fails. It is a negative conclusion, but it fails. So neither 1 nor 2, that is available in the first option. Okay. Yeah. You should not go to the alternate diagram and take a complementary pair here. Okay. Because a negative conclusion is already failing. So straight away say does not follow. Right. Then next, coming to the some mouse are white. Okay. Let's take the combined basic diagram. Some mouse are white. Okay. Then some white are cheese. Some white are cheese. And then only a few cheese are salt. So only a few cheese are salt. So there should be some cheese, never inside a salt. So that is my combined basic diagram that you get. Okay. Now coming to the conclusions. First one is some mouse are salt. Now tell me, is there any overlap between M and S? No. So it is a positive conclusion. It never satisfies your combined basic diagram. So it does not follow. Correct? The second one, all salt can be mouse. Now we need to check, can I take all the salt and put it inside mouse? That means you can imagine like this. So I need mouse and white should be overlapping compulsorily. Okay. So what I can do is I am going to take the white circle like this here. So that is my overlap with cheese, and I can now take the mouse circle like this, so that I can have the mouse and the white also overlapping. So that what is the condition that says all salt can be mouse? Can I take all the salt inside mouse? That is not a problem at all, because the only restriction that I have to check is there some cheese that is not salt? That is still happening for me. Some cheese are still not salt. But am I able to move the circles and maintain the original relations? That is what you need to check. And I am able to do that. So is it possible? Definitely it is possible. So conclusion 2 definitely is possible. So only 2 follows. That is there in, choice 2. Only 2 follows. Understood that? So that is how the deductions are to be analyzed and done. Okay? Right. Okay. So those were the questions you have for deductions in this video. Now before we end the video, please do join and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Time for Bank SSCCGL. And then these are our other social media handles and their links for Telegram, YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. The links are also given in the description box. And for classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center. For online courses, you can enroll at t4e.info/bankssconline. Okay. Right. So that is it. Thank you. Goodbye.